All right.
Hi there.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. I'm Jerry Johnson. I'm Director of Marketing and Communications for the Royal Palm Coast Realtor Association. And I'm here with Joanna Rowell, who is one of our awesome members and also co-host of our show, Realtors Corner. Today we are bringing to you a live version of a live virtual open house that Joanna is going to be conducting with her cohort, J.J. Jones, who is also a valuable member of RPCRA. So what we're going to do is we're going to start now, and Joanna's going to go outside and basically going to follow them along with them doing a broadcast of their live open house, and you can kind of see how they do it, and it'll be like a third-party perspective, a show within a show. And with that, we're going to take it outside.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm going to switch camera views here.
Okay. All right, guys, I think JJ's just about got her makeup done. Let's go check and see if we can get this thing kicked off. We're going to start at the front door. Typically, an open house virtually, you want to start with the front door or even the back if you think it's more pretty. If they don't have a great front, then let's head on over. As you can see, the community is bustling. There's new construction going on here, and we are still making it happen. So what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to let you watch the whole setup part. So we haven't gone live for our virtual open house. I kind of want to let you see what it takes. So as you can hear, car is starting up. The homeowners and their pet are leaving, which makes for the best virtual open house. Just like any open house, we ask them to leave so that we have full access to the house, no distractions, and they can't get insulted by any questions, comments, because we want to encourage them to give feedback. So let's say bye to the homeowners and get started. So we're just trying to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to connect to the GoPro and get it live on Facebook. Now, what we do when we connect and go live is we try to give them a few minutes to tune in. And while I give them a few minutes to tune in, I try to share that link for you on my personal page and go from there. Now, I am going to scoot the GoPro a little closer to the house to connect to the at noon. You want to make sure you're set up in ahead of time. Our lovely assistant, Jerry, made sure that you guys were set up and ready to go. So just give us just a few moments. We'll let some people check in. And JJ, how did you prep to do a virtual open house versus an open house today?
I had to work on getting it set up in the obviously you want to have a conversation with your owner, just like you're having a regular open house. Have them stage it, get the lights on, all of that. As Joanna was saying, we have to spend some time, make sure we get here on time, make sure the internet's working, make sure the home is ready to go, and make sure you know the home and the product that you are going to be pitching out to the public. The worst thing to do is come totally unprepared and not know the square footage. Joanna's getting that put together. That makes some sense. Wear colors that make a good, what do we call that? Video. So that it looks
nice first
good.
Impression.
And if you screw up on your first impression, you just roll with it, which is what we're going to do today.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my phone along as a tool. If you have to, go ahead.
So as you're not seeing on your end, but probably because we're outside the home, we are having some connection issues that are going on and off. So I know some of you might see to have drops. So now we just came back live. We understand that the signal's dropping on and off. We can see it on our end. But once we get inside, it should improve.
And that can be the joy of live. If you guys remember live TV, all kinds of things can happen. We're going to hope Chicken Little doesn't fall from the sky while we're doing this.
Okay. So,
here, I'll try to give this means that we're having connections. Good now.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take this off the rig. And I'm going to give JJ a wonderful countdown. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and about count like 60 seconds, give people time to tune in, and then we're going to go from there. Ready? And I'm going to turn these lights on ahead of time. 3, 2, I'm going to wait for that plane to finish moving. Do make sure you pay attention to your outside surroundings, or if there's a car passing. And your lovely model can just sit with anticipation. All right. 3, 2, 1. We are starting. It is connecting.
Good afternoon. I'm J.J. Jones, and I'm so happy you came today to see Rails and Estates. It's a fantastic riverfront community with only 15 homes. So we're going to show you luxury and fantastic living today. You're at 8920, and if you've noticed, a huge 3-car garage. We always need to have room for our toys. And we've added beautiful pavers. Every home is complete with all of these fantastic little details. Easy to care for, and it just sells Florida. Lush foliage throughout the entire property outside. Again, we're setting the stage for luxury living in Florida. Now follow me, and we're going to come inside. Nice big entryway so that it's shady, because it is 90 degrees in Florida most of the time. We've covered the glass so you have all the light, but you still have privacy. And as you're entering, look at the high ceilings, the covering all throughout. And isn't that chandelier stunning? Just kind of sets a little bit of fun in this area. Now the guest suite is in the front of the house. And I want to show you something really interesting in here. I've heard that Marilyn slept here. Maybe not. But a fellow can dream, can't he? Nice, colorful, neutral colors. And the second guest room is over here. Little blue and brown. Little blue and brown through here. Nice and light and open. Big, big closets. And what's really unique about this design is the two bedrooms are connected with a bathroom. We call this a Jack and Jill bath in Florida. Not sure what they call it out in Florida. 2 sinks. And again, nice neutral palette so you can jazz it up with the colors that you really like to make it your own personal home. Now come along, we're going to see some more homes. More part of them. This is a 3-bedroom plus a den. So don't get confused as we hit all these rooms up. Back into the main foyer and into the portion of the house that we live in. For your guests, there's a lovely guest bathroom. And it's right off of the laundry room. All the necessary parts of the house. Lots of cabinetry. And I love having a sink in the laundry room. That just makes it so much easier to do your house cleaning and wash those little things we don't want to talk about all the time, like our swimsuits. Now, come along. Now, the main portion of the home. Look at this fantastic, fantastic kitchen. If you're an entertainer, lots of big open area, beautiful contemporary lighting, and the chrome follows through with all of the lovely appliances. And it's designed for you to keep everything nice and clean. Look at this. 2 trash cans. Let's face it, ladies, it is something we have to talk about. But we can hide it and make it all pretty. Big farm-style sink. So if you really do cook, you can put a huge turkey in here. Or if you're having a party, just throw the dishes all in there and then put them in the fantastic dishwasher. Now, if you're like me, I like to have all of my food right over here near the sink. Oh, and wait, there's something in the oven. Oh, J.J.'s very special homemade pie. And you know, if I like to cook so much, that's why I need this big, super duper microwave. And when you're quarantining, we have to have lots of room, right? Huge amounts of cabinets, lots of drawers. I'm a big drawer person. I think that makes sense. If all the pots and pans fit in these drawers, again, it's all organization, but it's keeping everything nice, neat, and clean. This pantry can be just a lot of fun. I have to go check and see what's in here first. My God, look at this pantry. Wonderful wood shelving, and it's all nice and organized. So you can put your crock pots and your Instapots and all of those other pots that people like to cook with. You know, the ones who buy their pies at Publix like me. Yes. And a huge refrigerator. Now this is my favorite part. Again, look at this. Huge, huge, huge freezer. And because you're always on the inside getting something to drink, you don't have to bend over and you're not wasting space. This is the neatest refrigerator I have ever seen. Lots of little drawers, and everything is so organized. So when you're quarantined and you have to have that extra food, you've got the space and you don't have to worry. If you like to work standing up, there is room right over here by your coffee area, which is just off the bar area for the blooding area after you get done working, standing up on your computer, right? But if you really have to be organized while you're working, since we all have to do that now, right? Stay at home and work. This house comes complete with an at-home office. And our current owner has it completely set up. This is a really fantastic work office area. You've got 2 French doors with the glass, so you're not isolated from your family, but yet you can close the door and have that privacy for those important phone calls. You've got a wonderful view directly outside so that you are not feeling like you're scrunched in a closet. This home was designed to make you feel comfortable and relaxed as you're going. A few feet to the kitchen for your coffee on your break. Or, if you want to really take a break, go into the master bedroom, and maybe we'll look for a swimsuit. Oh my, look at the size of this room. Huge king-size bed. You've got lots of room to personalize up. And again, you've got all the light from the pool area. And we're going to take a look at that after we take a look at the master bathroom. So, I need to find my bathing suit. I wonder if I left it in one of these 2 closets. Look at this closet. Okay, 1 closet here, all nicely organized, high ceilings, so I can stack my 150 hats on the shelves. There's another closet over here where I can put all my shoes. Lots and lots of space, high ceilings again. Really good floor plan within this bathroom. And oh my stars, look at this shower. Who needs a tub when you've got a party shower like this? All of this wonderful glass tile, wonderful heads. I think I could just stay in here for a long time. But I did promise you I'd show you the pool, didn't I? So come on, let's go see the pool. Look at all this wonderful tile as we're going through. It's easy to care for. It sets a nice tone, and that's what we love in Florida. We want to play, we want to relax, we want to entertain. We don't want to spend the whole day cleaning. And tile is just wonderful for that. And if you have an animal, it's very, very good to clean. All right, look at this house. Right out here. This is a smart house. It's smarter than me. You can turn everything on in the pool. You can control all the temperatures, and you can control the lights, all of that. And I'm going to turn the pool on and show you the water feature. Single-handed, 1 finger. Look at that. And it's going to start, and there's our water element in the pool. This pool area is almost 1,900 square feet. That's as big as some people's houses. Lots and lots of room to relax, and it's electrically heated. So in those cold days in Florida, you know, when it gets to be about 75 degrees, you might want to turn the heat on to relax and enjoy. This has a travertine finish, which again just spells luxury, melted color in the pool. This just kind of reminds you of maybe being in Rome on the holidays. For further entertaining, a full summer kitchen, complete with your refrigerator and a big grill and a sink. This truly has everything. You can stay out here all day long and cook and drink to your heart's delight. Go get a little suntan out by the pool. And this house sits on almost 1/3 of an acre. So all this lush foliage just creates an estate-like feel and privacy. Do we have any questions coming in at all?
Yes. What some people wondering what the square footage of the house is.
Fantastic question. It's almost 2,400 square feet under air. In Florida, we always count the air-conditioned space. So we're not counting this massive pool area. We're not counting the front entry or the big 3-car garage.
And along with how much are they asking and the HOA fees?
Fantastic questions again, and I'm glad that our listeners and watchers are having all kinds of great interaction with us. So thank you. The HOA fee is very small. It's $546 a quarter. and that's for a very private community of Rails End Estates. The house itself is priced at $775,000. And it was built almost a year ago. So this is a nearly new home at resale pricing. If you're interested and you wanted some more details, we can send you a flyer with all of the information, or you can click on the little button below, and that will shoot you one right away. We hope you're enjoying our tour today. We look forward to sharing this again with you and addressing any specific questions you might have. So thanks again for your time, and I'm J.J. Jones, the Hat Lady.
And that's a wrap.
Okay.
All right, Realtors, what do you think? Let's head inside and we'll do a little bit of interview. JJ, could you join me?
Absolutely, thanks. This was a great tour.
I mean, unless they want us to go sit by the pool, I'm sure we wouldn't mind.
Always fun that way. Why don't we sit at the little area right here?
Yes, this is perfect.
You want to sit right there?
Absolutely.
And we aren't going to wear these, but we did plan on being
We are 6 feet
COVID
apart.
sensitive, so we're going to scoosh just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little.
There you go.
So I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown of how we executed this in case you might have tuned in late or had a hard time understanding, and then we'll take some Q&As. So to begin with, we would say make sure you've got good internet connection, make sure your technology is up and running, and then go ahead and get started on time. Try to shoot for about a minute to 2 minutes ahead of time. As you can see, it took a little while to get going.
Part of it too is planning out days in advance of this. When you're doing a virtual open tour, you've got to do a lot of advertising and promotion. It's something new to the public and even to the real estate agents, and they are stumbling and bumbling trying to figure out where it is and how it is. So put yourself in the customer's shoes. How are they going to find this open house? Go play and see where the little problems might be. Make sure you advertise it. If you're doing a Facebook one, make sure you put it out as an event in Facebook, and then start advertising the heck out of it. You know, start inviting friends, sending it out to the people. Get with your customer in the house and make sure that they're prepared for the open house as well. We want to make sure the house is clean, the pool is clean. There's nothing worse than coming in an hour before showing and the pool's got green stuff all over the place.
It's just like any other open house. Preparation is key. It's just different how you're going to prepare for the virtual open house. So I know we've had some questions specifically lately about what is the difference between a regular open house and a virtual open house. And ideally, we want to view them as the same. You just want to see the consumer as a camera or a phone instead, possibly, because that's who you're talking to. Instead of somebody walking in the door, that camera is walking in the door. But with the virtual open house, if you are live streaming, you can take questions, you can take comments and answers, and you can interact with people just as you would with a regular open house. If you do it pre-recorded, however, what are some pros to doing it pre-recorded and some cons, you think?
Again, it's that live interaction. And when you have live interaction, I think above a person being in front of you, they may feel more comfortable about asking very, very specific questions. There's a little bit of anonymity there. And when you have a pre-recorded tour, it's not quite as exciting as a live tour. Things don't happen, like I stumbled and I bumbled a little bit. People love humans, and especially if we make a mistake.
It makes it more relatable for them. But if you are very uncomfortable and want to edit ahead of time, go ahead and do a pre-recorded one for your first one. But we want you guys to step out of the box and try these live ones. Also, we've had questions about the difference between a virtual open house and a virtual showing. And the difference between these are, just take your real estate terms the way that they were before and just put a camera with it. So your virtual open house is something that you advertise to the public. You try to get multiple people to attend, just like you would with an open house. Instead of putting out signs, you're putting out virtual marketing. With a virtual showing, this can be done with showing time. Make sure you go back and watch Matt's video. He does a great job explaining it with some screenshots. Showing time will allow you to choose the virtual showing option, upon which you can go as a buyer's agent or even for your seller. And I'm going to go ahead and lower these lights. I am so sorry, you guys.
It was actually a nice effect.
Was it?
Yeah, it was kind of theatrical, yes.
Glowing light.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a good point, though. When you're talking about your equipment, make sure your equipment's working. Make sure you've got fresh batteries. You're talking about the internet connection, but there's nothing worse than having your camera just fizzle out on you in the middle of doing a show.
Right.
That's absolutely the worst.
And that goes for both the open houses and the showings. So again, with the virtual showings, what you'll do is go to showing time, and you'll choose what type of showing it is, and you'll click virtual showing. This means that as a buyer's agent, you could go and you could FaceTime or whatever you like to use to video chat with your customer and help them see the house, answer questions live, one-on-one, but you also could do a pre-recorded video. Also, we've seen different options going around depending on what kind of position the sellers are in. They may ask if they could just do it themselves and maybe Zoom or video chat with both the realtor and them if they don't want anybody entering their home. This is a great way to keep people feeling comfortable depending on where they're at right now. So, do we have any other questions?
Well, what we'd like to do is, one point I'd like to mention is that I found it, just from being behind the scenes, helpful to have someone monitoring the show if they're not able to be here live.
Absolutely.
So they can send you notes as comments and tell you things like, there's no video signal, there's no audio signal. And we had that happen on our first attempt at doing this, and it helped us to learn us. That way we were able to reset or repeat what we needed to repeat.
Absolutely.
So I found that was variable. And then when you mentioned showing time, I'm going to flip this around and we'll wrap it up. So when you mentioned showing time, I just want to make everybody aware that showing time is available to all Royal Palm Coast Realtor Association members. It's free and it's part of your dashboard.
Absolutely.
So it's a tool that's there for you to use, and we'd love for you to use it, of course. It just brings all this stuff to you. And with that, I guess I would like to thank Joanna and J.J. for this awesome tour. Hopefully our glitches weren't too excessive. And we're going to end the show now. And for any questions or comments, please send them to mls@rpcra.org, and we'll get back with you as soon as we can. And we appreciate you tuning in. Thank you very much.
Happy open house.
Bye.
I think it's under the message button, under your message.